Either way, did you see that Valve is working on we have news that Valve, even though their last few games have been really bad, that they've been working on a game previously known as Neon Prime. Deadlock, next Valve game previously known as Neon Prime, Citadel competitive third-person hero-based shooter 6v6 battling on a huge map with 4 lanes, usable abilities and items, tower defense mechanics, fantasy setting mixed with steampunk, magicians, weird creatures, and robots. Fast travel using floating rails similar to Bioshock Infinite. Basically, first-paced, interesting ADHD gameplay, combination of Dota 2, Team Fortress 2, Hero design pretty much inspired by Dota universe, main map reference, modern steampunk European city. Initially, game had sci-fi elements, and we have a few screenshots. Actually, you have this guy, and you have the health pool, which kind of reminds me of Persona here. You have the abilities on the bottom. And the map really reminds me of City 17. You have this guy who's ugly as fuck. Great talent. Has 4 abilities. I like these ability icons. They're really cool. They're really goofy. You can go into sandbox as we can see. Why is this guy popping up? Okay guys, you're gonna have me man here. You have this low quality screenshot of this game here. And you have a few heroes. It's a 6v6 game. You can see the city looks a lot like City 17 from Half-Life. If you played that, Half-Life 2. There's a map on the bottom right, so it's like really like I want to get this guy out of here. It's a lot like a MOBA in that sense, but it's also third-person shooter. So I think a lot of games are trying to replicate what made Overwatch really successful back in the day, and they're just starting to come up with the games. And I think they're mixing a little bit. It's not first person, but they're mixing the MOBA style with the shooter style. So that's cool. You can see a few characters here. They're obviously really early. So you have this guy who is with a ginger beard. This dude who looks like a vampire. And it's a really low polygon. I mean, low quality in general. So kind of hard to distinguish. But there's 4 lanes in this map. And there's I guess a nexus like in MOBAs. But if there's 4 lanes with 6 people, that means that you're gonna have 2 lanes with 1 person and 2 lanes with 2 people. It's an interesting idea, interesting concept, but what really matters here is that Valve has made a lot of games that completely failed, like what was it called? We had Dota Auto Chess that got completely destroyed by TFT, and we also had Artifact that just completely died. So, but I feel like this game could really pop off, to be honest. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited for any Overwatch competitors. And there's one more screenshot here. These are the zip lines that you can use to actually go to places, which is really cool. Like in Bioshock Infinite back in the day, you could use zip lines to actually, traverse faster. It looks cool, because this means you don't have to walk anywhere. I do wonder if the objective is to kill the Nexus and kill towers and stuff. Or maybe there's going to be some other objective, because there's this middle thing here. It's not less like lanes, to be fair, and more like paths towards main fighting area. I would suspect they said there's tower defense mechanics, so I would suspect that there's some, destroying and, maybe building even. And you can buy items and stuff. So this could be a really interesting spin on the hero shooter genre, because we've had a lot of hero shooters, but very little that actually allow you to buy items and do silly stuff like this. But, it could be a hit or miss with Valve and stuff. It's a lot like Dota and Overwatch in one game. You can't imagine people who play that. I can't, because I like both MOBAs and shooters. So I think a lot of people would be really excited to play a game like this. And I think a lot of Overwatch gamers should probably test it out. You can see the HP here now that I'm going back. And I think maybe this is ammo. There's a few characters here. You have this guy that is great talent that can shoot stuff. And you have this dude that I think he does something with fire, because there's a little flame here and these things are flamey. I would guess this is maybe his ult. And there's something here that says up next. There's a 2.0 thing here as well. It's really interesting. And you have souls. I would suspect souls is what you use to buy items, because you have slots on the bottom left. But this guy looks like some dude that likes pyro stuff. Actually, if you look at this here, I think maybe souls are being shared by both teams. Thank you, Munmix. I am excited for Valve to do something for sure. But you have this guy. He looks cool with a bow, but again, a little bit silly. I have to guess abilities. I think this is like a mine. And this is him jumping and shooting. This is shooting. And this is Oh, this is like a ricochet arrow. As you can see, boom, boom, boom. A cunning predator. Great Talon uses a combination of deadly accuracy, traps, and clever positioning to bring down the toughest of opponents. He's always got to be a ranger. Always. Oh, actually, if you look at this screenshot here, if you look at this one, you can see little dots and little thing here. I would guess that these are the towers. And you can see the towers. You can see them on the map too, right? So the thing here, I think there's like 4 per lane. And then you have the nexus. I would call it a nexus. So you have these towers here. And I would suspect that you can actually break them and capture them, because that's what it looks like. Because the dots are red and these ones are white. I would suspect that you can cap them or like just destroy them. I would think that you could cap them, to be honest. Makes sense. And here you can see 51 souls and you can see some items happening as well. So that's interesting for sure. So it is genuinely like a MOBA and like Overwatch combined, which I'm excited about. And you can see the rail here as well, like to traverse. That imply they're minions? Maybe. But not necessary. It's not. What does this say? Hero-based shooter 6v6, battling on huge map with 4 lanes, usable abilities and items, tower defense mechanics. I don't know. Maybe there will be minions. Maybe there won't be minions. Probably, because you have gold, right? And you have items, then you probably have minions. So you can farm the gold in the items. So I guess there would be some PvE elements, because it would be kind of difficult to implement them. Oh, this is like the review. Oh yeah, look at this. So if you look at the review of the game, like the get started thing, you have overview, introduction, then you have lanes, it shows you and then you have troopers. So yeah, there will be minions 100%. And then you have guardians, walkers, and base. Too big for 2 teams of 6, bro. That's 12 people. And again, you forget that there's lanes. These things, you can grapple on them and you traverse the map, so you don't have to walk all the way. So it's really fast paced. Like, you look at the map, you can fight in between, but you can also grapple on these things and move around the map. So from here to the middle area, without minions, yes. So there's troopers and there's guardians and walkers and base. I would suspect troopers are the little dudes that are gonna walk. And then you have walkers. I have no idea what that will be. Troopers and walkers seems like I couldn't guess. They both seem like really basic minions. And then you have guardians. And guardians could mean many things. Guardians could mean the players. It could also probably mean some big chungus minions or towers. So it could be a lot of things. And then obviously you have the base. I wonder if you could take the transit if you're on the enemy team. If you're the opposing team, can you take the other team's transit? Maybe, probably. Maybe if you cap what the win conditions are. I would suspect capturing points. And there's a big middle area here if you look at this as well. So maybe something is happening here. Maybe there's like a little boss here. Yeah, what are walkers? What are troopers? It's an interesting thing. Maybe destroying the base? Maybe. I really don't know. It's an interesting idea. I'm excited for it. I'm always excited for the Overwatch competitors. Hopefully, it's good. Hopefully, it's not another artifact. I'm just looking for other details I could be missing. And these player models look really wacky. But yeah, I think that's about it. It's an interesting idea. I'm excited. I'm excited for this guy. I'm hopeful for the game too, but it really depends whether or not Blizzard actually does something. Not Blizzard, Valve does something and doesn't just dip. The bar that says 625, that's their HP probably, you know? If you go back to the picture with the portraits, you can see 2 levels of towers on each side. The minions upgrades when you push a tower. It's all just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.